Yo, what's up everyone, this is Beat Ninja X here with another video, and this time I'm bringing you King of Fighters 13, made by, or developed by SNK Playmore, and published by Atlas and Rising Stars for Europe. It's a very, very good game. I enjoy it very much. Yeah, I'm back after a month-long hiatus. And you know how this goes, when you have problems, you just need time to take off and stuff like that, and figure some stuff out. But nevertheless, I am finally back, and I have a few games to, upload and stuff like that. I haven't really bought any new games. Really, this is my only new game. I haven't got Gears 3 yet. Neither have I got Battlefield 3. I've really just been working my ass off. Yeah, I haven't really had time to play games or other stuff like that, and that's depressing because I love video games like there's no tomorrow. This is really the only good, game I got, during the fall is King of Fighters 13, which is a phenomenal game. If you're into fighting games, I would definitely suggest you check out King of Fighters. Not buy it. Just try it out, cause you might like it. It's a great alternative to people who don't play, Ultimate Mario vs. Capcom 3, which came out a week before King of Fighters 13. I personally, and I suck at Mario vs. Capcom 3. It's a phenomenal game to watch. I love watching it on stream and watching characters like Justin Wong, Noel Brown, and all these other people, play. Just not a game for me. It's I play it casually. I play the first one, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 vanilla version, and I am awful. I play with Dante, think Sentinel and Wolverine, and it's fun to play. It's a casual game for me. I don't play it like that. I'm horrible. When I say I'm horrible, I am horrible. But this game, it's more suited to my type of fighting game. It's a really fun game. I enjoy it a lot. I think SNK Playmore did a phenomenal job with this game. I've enjoyed it a lot. Of course the game has its issues. No game goes, no game is published without a few issues right out the gate. All games are like that. In particular, fighting games are like that. I'll talk about the netcode and all that other good stuff later. Now, before I really get into this game, I did have, I pre-recorded this. I was doing live commentary while I was going through the menu and stuff like that, but unfortunately, due to my sucky Turtle Beach headset, which is not good for recording, that's should be strictly used for online, but I was using it to, record my commentary, and I was just, I had it plugged in through the PC, and when I went back and listened to it, my voice kept echoing in and out, and it was real, staticky and stuff like that. So basically I'm doing this pre-recording from scratch. As you can see in the video, I'm going through the menu and stuff like that, going through the colors, the arcade, player data. I think I did a match at the end with Athena and I think Billy Kane, and I was showing my ultra mega awesome scrubbiness. And the reason why I say scrubbiness is because I don't have an arcade stick. Oh man, I'm using the big white controller. The original Xbox controller, not the gray one with the newly redesigned D-pad or whatever you call it. I'm using the white controller. Now I'm not saying if you use the white controller you'll be completely scrubby. That's just me. Growing up with fighting games, we didn't necessarily have arcades. Well, we had arcades, but for my case, the only time I get to play fighting games is when you go to the skating rink or when you go bowling and on the side near the back they had like the little arcade set up, and they had like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and stuff like that, and that was the only time I got to play fighting games. So I was kind of raised playing on a layout, not the controller and all that. So I'm completely scrubby using this controller. Not everyone is the same way. I've seen, I think, a few YouTube videos. It might not necessarily been YouTube. It might have been on Twitch TV, a few streams where people were actually using the white controller, and they were able to pull off some beastly combos and stuff like that. They were doing phenomenal. And for me, you know, it's a little easier inputting commands with a arcade stick or arcade layout or whatever you want to call it, instead of like a controller, especially this Xbox 360 controller. It's just me. I find it easier to you know, do it on an arcade stick rather than a controller, and you'll see my scrubbiness towards the end of this video where, you know, I was playing with Athena and I was going against Billy Kane in practice, I believe, and hey, I still enjoy the game, rather than I'm playing on Xbox controller. What else? It's kind of hard, you know, talking, because I had commentary over this. As you can see, I'm going through like all the categories in the main menu and stuff like that, and I was, you know, giving details about each one of them. It's kind of hard, but as you can see, I'm going like through the gallery and showing you different pictures. I think as you progress through story, arcade, and mission mode, you unlock a lot of pictures for the gallery, and it's pretty cool pictures. Different characters in different poses. As you just saw, my man, that chick. You know, every time I see my play it, you know, or I see a stream and someone using my, you know, my mind goes straight in the gutter, because you know she has like the. If you guys seen, you know, my and KOF 13, then I know I don't need any more explanation. You already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, as far as my team goes, I'm using Athena, Terry, and Joe. Now, I didn't always have Athena. I had Billy Kane, but once I saw someone on stream, I think it was what you call it? It wasn't a level up stream. I think it was that XIII project over in the UK. They do like this Rambat tournament like twice a month, I think, for KOF 13, and someone was using Athena, and I like instantly fell in love. I'm like, I must play her. I really like her moveset. So I kind of switched out Billy Kane for Athena. Probably I have like Billy Kane as a reserve character just in case. I know yesterday, Irie 98 DLC Irie just came out yesterday for $5 at either a PSN or Xbox Live Marketplace. I know for Japan it was a pre-order bonus. You know, it was kind of sucky we didn't get it too, but you know, I can't complain because over here we got a 4-disc soundtrack now. Usually games that come with a soundtrack are like $80 plus, you know, collector's edition, and this came, it was kind of like a token of goodwill or whatever you want to call it, or an apology for 12 or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know what you call it, but shit, it was well worth it for $50 and a 4-disc CD. Now, when I initially heard about the 4-disc pre-order bonus, now the first thing that came to my mind, oh, it's gonna be a you know, a few songs on a disc, and they're all gonna be a minute and 30 seconds long. And when I installed the CD, these were full songs. Some of these songs are 3 and 4 minutes long, and I was like, man, this is like the best pre-order bonus I've gotten this year, as far as, you know, pre-ordering games and stuff like that. And for $50, there is absolutely no argument you can validate on why, if you're a fan of KOF, why you would wait, unless you are concerned about the netcode, which I will still get to. This is like a 20-minute video, so I got like plenty of time to talk and all that other good stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was over 101. It was 101 soundtracks with all 4 discs all four days put together, it compiled to 101 soundtrack songs. I think, not quite sure. I did count it just to see, how many songs were actually on the disc. And then, my personal opinion, I think Final Fantasy. Why did I say Final Fantasy? I'm sorry. I mean, damn, I completely forgot the name of this game. Damn. Wow. King of Fighters 13. Sorry about that. I think King of Fighters 13 soundtrack is probably the best one. I really like that KDD something. It's a crazy title, but it's the song that they did for that video where they just showed you what the sleeve looked like for the CDs and stuff like that. That was the song that was in the background of the trailer. It's a really cool song. I really like it. I think by far 13 has like the best songs. I listened through all of them just briefly, like a quick 30 seconds, and shift to the next song. And so it's well worth $50. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's not a $60 game. You're not paying extra. This is a pre-order bonus, so it is a pretty good overall deal. I mean, so much content for $50. I was kind of surprised it was $50 when I heard that it came with 4 CDs. I thought it was gonna be $60 or $70, but hey, $50 can't go wrong. Only complaint I really have with the game is the netcode. Now, it's not necessarily an issue with me per se. When I play fighting games, and you can see with my Storm 2, I just recently uploaded online matches for Storm 2. With fighting games, for me, I usually play offline. I like to get a feel for each character and, really not necessarily master, but just, get an overall feel, learn, some of their move sets and stuff like that. So playing online wasn't, well, the bad netcode that the game had for some people, not all people, but some people, wasn't necessarily an issue with me. Regardless of netcode, I was going to get the game. I usually play all fighting games offline anyway, and when I go out and play with friends or whatever the case may be, that's the only time, I get to play other people is when I go out. I don't necessarily play online. Now, I did try the netcode, and it was laggy as all hell. They're not necessarily laggy data input. It was a bad experience, but that I can't fault SNK Playmore for that. I think that was a connection issue. That was my connection issue, and that was the other player's connection issue. Now, I can't necessarily talk about the opponent I faced online, but I can only say for myself that it was majority my fault that it was so much data input lag. For one, I was playing on a wireless connection, and well, yeah, it was wireless. I had an Ethernet cord running to my Xbox 360 to my laptop, and my laptop was wireless. It was wireless, and my router was sitting in the living room, and there's about a good maybe 10 feet maybe from my room to from the living room to my room. And I think for fighting games in general, now I don't usually play online, so I can't really talk, but I think if you're playing KOF and you want to play online, I think you should definitely play on a wired connection. I think you get, a better quality of netcode when you play on a wired connection. Now, I only play one time online, so I can't really say for as far as like 3 and 4 bar connections go. From what I've learned on forums, if you play 3 bars and up, which is 3 and 4, you have maybe little to no data lag or input lag or whatever however you wanna say it. If you play on a 3 and 4 bar connection, the game is, from what I hear, is pretty damn smooth. 2 bar and below, you're really, shaking the dice and taking a gamble. It can really depend. Now, I was happy to hear. I saw a YouTube video of Punko play. For one, I didn't know Punko played KOF 13 or KOF at all. I know Mago plays KOF. I saw an interview that he did with Kenzo, and he said like, I think Street Fighter and KOF was one of his favorite games, and I was really freaking happy. You know, if Evo 2K12 does KOF, I would really hope that, you know, Mago and Punko would, you know, enter the tournament. You know, it would be pretty cool to, you know, see them play the game. And if Evo announces KOF 13 for Evo, I would definitely do my damnedest to save as much money as I possibly can and take that trip to Las Vegas. I think it's in Las Vegas, and definitely try to go and, you know, compete. You know, of course, you know, when that time comes, I won't be so damn scrubby, I hope. But yeah, it's really cool to, you know, hear that Mongo and Punko play. But when Punko was playing, he was playing online, and that fucking stream was lag free. Now, from what I could tell, it was their netcode was beastly. So I think it's pretty much an America's, you know, problem. I think we have sucky netcode, or either the netcode is bad for us, or we just all have shitty connections. And I don't think that's the case, because if you go on SRK forums, you hear a few people with 4-bar connections say that there's been, you know, a little bit data input lag or whatever you want to call it here and there, but it's not a major issue to the point where they would just, you know, not want to play the game anymore. But I think once, you know, if Atlas can, you know, has any influence, or, you know, I don't know how to say this. I'm sure Atlas can get SNK, you know, release a patch for the netcode and all that other good stuff, so, you know, it can be a smoother online experience. It's definitely a fun game. I definitely, you know, VGA are doing the nominees for best shooter and fighting game, and, you know, all these other categories. And for fighting, I definitely put down KOF. I think Hans from I Play Winner Best said it. He said it was a real honest fighting game, and I absolutely agree with him. It's a beastly freaking game, and it's kind of underrated because, you know, when you talk about King of Fighters 13, it's really hard not to bring up netcode, because you don't, you know, I mean, it does have its faults, so no game is perfect, but it's kind of hard, and netcode it's a gamble, you know. It really depends on that person's connection, I guess, but not everyone has a 3 and 4 bar connection. I think for Halo and stuff like that, the games I do, my connection holds up pretty well. I have Comcast cable. I think mine's 72 megabytes per second. I don't know. That's what it says on my screen, but who knows? My internet has its moments where it's just fucking awful. But that's Comcast for you. It's decent internet. But nevertheless, once I get an arcade stick, you're gonna see a lot more KOF action on my channel. A lot more matches, and if the online gets smoothed out, I'll play a few online matches as well as, you know, do some arcade videos and stuff. I mean, show some arcade videos where going through different challenges and stuff like that. So definitely look out for that. Back, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but yeah, nevertheless, thank you for watching. Thank you for all my supporters that have stuck with me since I've been gone. I really appreciate you guys, and look out for some more stuff. Thank you for watching. Adios.